everybody, and wait, it's supposed to be on time. This is a professional production we're running over here.
What professional? Where's the professional?
Merry Christmas, everybody. It is December 25th, 2019, and we just got done opening gifts, and probably why we got big smiles on our faces. Crying. Yeah. Well, Kim was crying. But anyways, if y'all watched our previous video, which was the holiday food tasting video, if y'all watch that, then you'll know that we said we were gonna try and like do like a breakfast meal with the eggnog that we tried. And that's what this video is gonna be. So this is gonna be a little quick video of how I kind of like made eggnog into a holiday breakfast. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get into it. Action. What is that laugh? All right, so y'all, we are no chefs, but I feel that we do a pretty good job of cooking. So to be completely honest, like most of the time when we come up with stuff, we just really just making it up as we go. So like I was saying in the intro, we had this eggnog yesterday. Hated it, but it was a really good flavor, so I'm gonna try and make some French toast out of it. So these are just some brown eggs that we'll be using, and we're gonna use 2 of those. Now, got 2 eggs, and then we're gonna do a cup of this. Kim, relax, okay? Just relax. A couple of, maybe like a teaspoon of vanilla. That's good.
You gonna do like those people who name out measurements and then don't use a measuring cup?
Yeah, I don't like using measuring cups. I just like to eyeball it. French toast can't be French toast without cinnamon, so add a little bit of that. And then this is, if y'all follow us on Instagram, a couple months ago, we talked about this Flavor God seasoning. And if you don't know about Flavor God seasoning, we'll leave a link below. But this is like the healthiest.
It doesn't have a lot of
preservatives. Yeah. Just like your house needs to have Flavor God seasoning in it. It's a little expensive, but it's worth it. And then some Splenda brown sugar, maybe like a teaspoon of this. Just because the eggnog is already sweet. Just pack it on there. And we mix. Come on around here. We're gonna get this pan heating up. We're gonna put that on like a medium-high heat. And get this out the shot. We were gonna use this tripod, but again, we ain't doing no editing.
He wanted to put me to work.
Yeah. So we're gonna take. All right, this is gonna look like a lot of butter, okay? But it's just a little bit. I promise.
It's fat-free butter, isn't it?
It's that butter, that fake butter. So we're gonna let that heat up for a quick split second. And while that's working, we're gonna go ahead and get our bread ready. All right, so if you've never actually made French toast, it's a very, very simple concept, and this is something that my mom would do all the time when I was younger. But it is just bread, eggs, and milk, and then, you know, like a cinnamon, sugar type seasoning, just to give it like a sweet taste. So we have our little egg wash, an egg bath here. I mean, it's literally as simple as just dropping this French toast in, y'all. Make sure that all sides are covered. And that's it. This is a really great meal to do with the kids because this is very, very simplistic and messy. And typically kids like helping with messy stuff for whatever reason. And then as we finish up this last one, I hear the butter starting to melt. Place that on there. Very, very simple. All right, so with cast iron skillets, I'm not the best at cooking with ours, and actually I don't use it enough, but it's very important to season it. And the first time when I first got this cast iron skillet, I looked up like best practices for using it, and everyone was saying that you need to season it. And I was like, why am I gonna put seasoning in this pan? But they were meaning that you
thought you were supposed to put salt and pepper in it?
I really did, because it says season it. But that wording is just to make sure that it's nice and oiled. These pans get very, very hot, and when we use our non-stick Tefal pans, like I can crank the heat up and cook things very high and it'll keep the moisture in. But these things will burn and cause food to go extremely dry really quickly if you don't keep it on like a low, slow cooking heat. So while that's working, we're gonna scoot over here and start working on our topping. This is just gonna be like an apple cinnamon glaze that we're gonna do. So this is just a chopped up gala apple, and we're gonna put this down in here. And then in the mix, we are going to put, as I make a mess all over the kitchen, we're gonna put maybe like a teaspoon, maybe, of flour, just white all-purpose flour. What you laughing at, Kim?
Maybe.
Yeah, you just eyeball it. And then we're gonna do another like packed teaspoon of Splenda brown sugar. And then we're gonna do maybe like a teaspoon of cinnamon. Add some more of this buttery cinnamon roll Flavor God seasoning. Again, links in the description. Just a little bit more of the vanilla. Just a couple drops. Vanilla goes a long way. And then we're gonna add just a little bit of water in the bottom. Now this looks like a hot mess express right now, but once it starts bubble, boiling trouble, you'll see how good it's gonna be. I'm just gonna stir that up so that flour, basically we added flour just because it's gonna like make the syrup almost thicken up. And that's all that it's there for. So that's gonna brew up right there for a little while. And the main thing with French toast that I found is don't touch it. Like, just let it get that crisp on the bottom. And that is when the French toast is bomb, when it's got that crust, that buttery crust around the edge. And you can also see that like my pan's not too hot because my butter's not burning. A lot of times people end up using a lot of butter, but it's because your heat's up too high and the butter is literally burning before you can use it. Double bubble boiling trouble starting to come to fruition. And this doesn't need a long time, y'all. This is just really to get these apples a little bit soft. And again, this is kind of like on a medium high heat. And this is just to get these apples nice and soft. So I like to take the heat up really high just to get the sauce in there. And then I'll put it on a very, very low heat and let it just kind of like slow cook. All right, y'all, so we got the French toast done. Also got some turkey bacon and eggs for us on the side. But our apples have baked down pretty much, and the sauce is perfect. And actually, you can use this sauce as sort of like your syrup. You can just add a little bit more water and a little bit more flour, and just use this as your syrup. But these are perfect consistency, and you just set those right on top. I guess y'all want us to try it, huh? So you got this extra over here. You wanna try some, Kim? The eggnog definitely is in there, but it's good. I wish y'all could have seen the face Kim just made. This is a straight banger in these streets. Make this, cook at home. Cooking is easy, great way to get the kids involved. But from Kim and Brandon, we hope y'all have a happy holidays. We hope y'all like this recipe. Let us know if y'all try it. Hit us up on Instagram or comment down below. But happy holidays from us to y'all.